what's going on? Of course, to all of my alternative book snobs out there, it's me, Amira Blaze. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Bookshade. So for today's episode, guys, I only have like two main things I'm going to be covering. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is my current reading progress for the Tome Readathon, as well as I have a small book haul for you of Jane Austen spin-off books. So you know what? I'm not going to waste any time here, guys. Let's get down to business. All right, so let me let you guys know my reading progress for this Tome Readathon. So in case you're not familiar with a tome, it is a very, very large book, okay? Over 400 pages. Now, normally I read a lot of like novellas, but I'm really trying to challenge myself. So that's why I decided to join and participate in this Tome Readathon. So my current progress right now is for, in regards to reading here for this Tome Readathon. I have currently been reading this book. It is amazing, guys. I have been enjoying the story so far, and I cannot wait to do a book roast and receipts on it. It's by Megan Starks. It's called House of Ash and Brimstone. So a little bit about the premise of this story. You have the main character, and her name is Giselle, and she is a half demon bounty hunter. How cool is that? She slays other like demons that are, bad demons, which is cool. And then you also have her love interest, who is a full-blood demon named Slade. And there's a lot of interesting like concepts that go on throughout the story here, but I'm not gonna ruin it. I'm gonna finish it. I'm about 50% done, so I'm getting there, guys. I am getting there. Okay, so next, let me do this book haul for you. I told myself I wouldn't buy any more books, but I couldn't resist, guys. These prices have been really good, with getting books and stuff. So now is the time, okay? But I digress. Let me show you what I got. So the first book here, I've wanted this for a very long time, guys. And this book it's been difficult to find, but I finally found it at a decent price. And that is this book here. It's a popular series. This is the third and final book in the Glittering Court trilogy. This is by Rochelle Mead, who is the creator of Vampire Academy, as well as the spin-off Bloodlines, but she also wrote the standalone book that is called Soundless, but this is called The Emerald Sea. So I got it as a hardcover, so I'm really glad, I'm excited to read this one for sure. Okay, so then the next one that I got, these are all gonna be my Jane Austen spin-offs. I really love Jane Austen. I think she's an absolutely amazing author, so the first book I got here is by Siri James, and this one is not a Jane Austen spin-off, but it's called The Secret Diaries of Charlotte Bronte. So it's by Siri James again. So here it is. So I thought that was a cool cover, so I'm excited to read this. All right, next, once again, Siri James. If you're familiar with her work, guys, she wrote if you're a Dracula book fan, especially if you're a Dracula book fan of like the Dracula spin-offs, she wrote this really good spin-off that I gotta finish. It's called Dracula, My Love. But this is once again her, and this is the missing manuscript of Jane Austen. So that's how it looks like there. Then I actually got the Lost Memoirs of Jane Austen. This one does not have a cover. That kind of sucks, but as long as I can read it, that's all that matters. So I'll just show you guys here the binding here. So it's the Lost Memoirs of Jane Austen, Siri James. then next, this one is interesting, guys. All right, so Jane Austen, unfortunately, she had 2 novels that went unfinished, okay? And they were called The Watsons and Emma Watson. So this is actually done by Joanne Aiken. Or no, Joanne Aiken. There we go, Aiken. And this is called The Watsons and Emma Watson, Jane Austen's unfinished novel, and it was completed by her. So just from the reviews that I read, a lot of people say like this is like the best the best way that she like finished it is this one here. So I'm excited to read that one too. And then the final book that I got here, once again, Siri James, and this is called Jane Austen First Love. So there are a lot of spin-offs, guys, for Jane Austen, but I decided to get the best of the best. I still have there's another series that I'm collecting right now, so I have like 2 more books that I have to get, the prequel, and then there's one more like secondary spin-off series, and then I'm done buying books. Like, because I was just like, okay, I gotta stop buying books. I gotta read them, or else my TBR is just gonna be embarrassing, which I'm sure it already is. But no, you guys let me know what you think of Jane Austen spin-offs. And yeah, we have a lot coming up this week. Coming up again on next week Sunday, I'm gonna be playing a really cool Tome game for you guys, because you know, since I talk a lot about romance, I should be playing romantic like video games, of course. And then I will hopefully this week I will finish the Megan Stark's book, and I also will have another review coming up. I finished that book already, but I have to do a book roast and receipts on that. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching today's episode of Book Shade. You can keep in touch with me the following ways. I am on Instagram and Twitter, which is at Book Shade and then the number 1. But guys, like I always say, remember to embrace the darkness of reading. I'll talk to you guys very soon.